Good afternoon, Dave Snyder here. It is the 19th of July, 2018. This was weather today on Wonder Maps, I do believe. There it is. It's a little different now than that picture I just showed you. This is later in the day. This is like current. And the other picture that I just showed over the moon was from a couple of hours ago, I guess. I did this. Okay, so I saved this picture of the weather and I flipped it backwards and overlaid it over the moon. And here we go. This is how it turned out. Basically, this is Copernicus. You can see, you can totally see that that is Copernicus. I don't have it right over the spot, but you can see that the triangular shape that like comes down to this point, like this. I had it over that, and it fit good that way too. But sometimes you have to kind of fudge things around. But this is the Himalayas right here. This is the whole Tibetan Plateau. And you can see that that is what creates the Imbrium crater on the moon. Absolutely. Look at that. You can see this pattern here is like a V shape. And you can see that in the weather right here. And the lines that come out of it and everything else. Pretty interesting how that fits right in there. Just like so. I can see all the features, like this point right here. See the point in the weather right there that comes to that point? Look at the moon. There's that point, comes out right there. That's the same thing, I do believe. That's a nice fit. This is 1/3 the size of the moon. This is one crater from hitting the Earth. Okay, the Earth is right there. The moon and the Earth are right next to each other, very close. If anything, whatever hit the moon in this spot right here was one thing, one object that hit it right here. It wasn't a whole bunch of small things that create one big crater like this. This is one crater on the moon. One big crater. See that? One big crater. And if you look at this, this is South America right here. This whole shape is the whole continent of South America. Fits right there. It shows the moon is much bigger than they say. There you go. Look at that. Then we can go all the way over here. And surprisingly, this weather fits as well. A little bit. You can see the shape that they're trying to hide. They're trying to hide all this stuff with these lines. Come on. Today they don't have to put that there. But they do. You can see the curve of this whole shape right here in the moon. What they're trying to hide. See that? This spot in China I thought was interesting here. Right there. I bet you can find that spot right in here somewhere in China. I guess there's the yellow sea there. So it'd be right in that area. You can kind of see how it fits there. Like I said, I'm not saying it's perfectly aligned because Copernicus is not right over the top of that weather, but the weather's always off a little bit. But you can see the V shape. It's absolutely there. And the way that the Himalayas just line up with that curve so nicely. Very nice. So it shows that crater, this crater on the moon, has to be the same size as the whole Tibetan Plateau, at least this part of it. So if we measure on the moon, this crater, we'll just go from here to here, 600 and let's just say 650 miles, right? Here, I'll just turn this off and we'll do it this way. Go this way. We'll go from here to here. 620. We'll just say 650 miles in diameter. Okay, we'll give it some extra. 650 miles. Okay, let's go back to the Earth and measure the Himalaya Tibetan Plateau. See, this whole thing was like a big circular shape that creates imbrium right here. Okay, so let's go from here to here. 2,500 miles. That means that part of the moon is 2,500 miles. I mean, how could it not be? Everything is the same thing. I mean, I'm telling you, I fit all those big craters on the Earth. They fit the Earth. They fit the Earth. What can I say? They fit the Earth. Okay? Every single one of the craters on the moon will match the weather on the Earth, and they will show, if you flip the images of the moon or the images of the Earth, either way, and overlay them, you will see every time. Okay, what was it? It was 650 miles we went. Okay. How many times bigger? 4 times bigger than they say? The size of Earth, because they say it's 1/4 the size of the Earth or something. The moon is, they say. Okay. Let's just say it was 600 miles, and we multiply that by 4. That gives us 2,400 miles. So 4 times, about 4 times bigger than they say it is. The moon has to be. There's no way around that. There's no way around it. Every time, it will always come out to be about 4.5 times bigger than they say, the moon. Where it sat on the Earth, with the Earth at one time, magnetic poles, opposite poles attract, like poles repel. Well, when the poles reverse on the Earth, I would imagine that's when the moon comes back. The second coming, they call it. It's been here probably more than once already. But anyway, just to show you, where's that area of China? It's over here over here in this area, like right here or something, by the Yellow Sea. Right here, I think. So there's probably mining. Look at that right there. See that? See that feature? That geologic feature is very round. I'm absolutely sure that bright spot crater that we just looked at on the moon would go right there. Would fit right there. I could overlay it, but you can see that. It could go here, but it looks like it goes right there to me. Or right here. See that? What creates that? You got this, because it had a line that came out of it, so this is it right here probably, and then went up this way. There you go. Video for the day. Something to think about. Look, that's one big crater on the moon. Something created that one big crater. What could it have been? They say that the moon is created from the Earth, but it's not. It hit the Earth, but it's not from the Earth. All right, everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching.